Hello. Okay, so I watched a video on ABC Science on their channel on YouTube, and it's called "Is it Possible to Reverse Aging? The Science of How to Look Younger in 5 Days." And at first, the video talked about kind of just longevity and how that is just innately in our genes, which we've talked a lot about in class, but then how it does vary from person to person, which we've also talked about. But this video kind of talked about how you can cut your risk factors in just 5 days. So how you can cut your risk of cancer, Alzheimer's, dementia, cognitive issues, inflammation, diabetes, just a lot of things older people deal with. So at first it talked about this kind of pill that they made up called Melformin, and they're doing tests on mice right now to see if that can be a way to prevent those risk factors, but they have not done anything on humans yet. But most of the video talked about a researcher at USC, and he wanted to find a way to make our bodies kind of reproduce healthy cells that could then decrease our risks for Alzheimer's, cancer, etc. as we grow older. So there's a disease called Lorraine syndrome, and he studied the DNA of those people and came up pretty much with this fast that is a diet fast for 5 days, and it just consists of like low protein, low sugar, low literally everything. And the idea behind this fast, you can drink it with like hibiscus tea, but the idea is that it is destroying a lot of your white blood cells so that your body can pretty much recoup and create healthier cells. So what the results kind of found were on this lady who did it was that her risk for tumors went down. She had better cognition. They ran tests. Her inflammation went down. She had no loss of muscle mass. Her insulin levels went down. Her IGFI, like having no protein, went down. And then also her white blood cells. So it's pretty much saying that you can rejuvenate your body when your feeding window begins after the 5 days. But the goal is to create new cells that can then protect your body against all of these risk factors, so your liver is stronger and your blood cells are stronger to prevent against Alzheimer's, cancer, etc. And so I thought this was interesting because we didn't really talk about a ton of like the neurological things behind aging, and we just kind of all agreed that it was inevitable, which it certainly is. But I just thought that this research was interesting because there are genetic ways, or I guess scientific ways to prolong it and to really prevent these diseases. In the video it mentioned that before a pill given to a human was just unheard of to like decrease aging, but they're trying to get the official science people to believe that it's not just a pill to prevent aging so you don't have wrinkles, but it's a pill to prevent a disease. Alzheimer's is a very prominent disease for elderly patients, and so that's what they're really trying to solve. And yeah, people with diabetes as well, who've done this fast, and like I said, hopefully taking a pill as well, their diabetes have decreased, or their risk for diabetes have decreased, and this was all tested before on mice before it was on humans. So they have quite a bit of evidence that it works. And yeah, like I said, we talked about risk factors at the very first class, and then we kind of delve into diseases, but I just think Alzheimer's is a huge one. Alzheimer's and cancer, because those are two big ones that every single person in society knows about. So I just think it's interesting that there can be a way to prevent ourselves from getting those when we're older if we maybe try this fast and kind of anti-age ourselves. Thank you.